engineers, good morning, communication specialists. So, yesterday we tried to do a virtual meeting, but it didn't work out because of network issues. So, I'll try to do a quick tutorial of what we were supposed to discuss yesterday. I've decided to do this video because most of us indicated that Mondays are busy, but then we are going to be able to view this video during the course of the day so that we can do some work and then reconvene at a convenient time when we can all be together. So what we are trying to create is a menu item. So we are just going to do one step of creating a menu item, and then we will later on create other features on the page using accordions and other widgets that we can use. So now for us to create a new menu item, so as you can see, there's the CDF menu item here, which when I click, it takes me to the page where we have the CDF data sitting there, and then we have this information sitting like this. So how do we create a menu item in a few quick steps? So I'm going to log into the back end, assuming that we are all comfortable logging into the back end by now. I enter my details. Okay, so the first method we are going to use is creating a page. We first create a page where we want our information to sit, and then we'll move that page to be a menu item on the menu bar. So I believe creating pages, we are all comfortable. I'm going to come on the pages tab here and say add new page. So since I already have a page called CDF on my website, I'm going to name this page another name so that you can see the effects that we are going to happen when we make it. So I'll name it CDF2 so that I can differentiate it from the CDF that is already existing. So I'll come here and say page and say add new. So I'm going to give my page title as CDF2 so that I can differentiate it from the existing. And you remember when we are creating pages, since we are using Elementor as our edit tool, we always change our default template here to Elementor full width. And once I have done that, I can now click publish. I'm clicking publish, not that the page has been published to the outside, but just to save these attributes that I have made. Then I'll go on to say edit with Elementor so that I can go to the actual page. Okay, so once I have come to the page, this is now the new page that I have created. I can start now adding items to this page using these widgets on the left. So I can add a title by dragging the title widget there, and I can name this page CDF corner. And I believe by now we are comfortable with styling. I can now style using the color picker to pick my color of choice, uh, using the typography to pick my font, for which the font that we have selected for this website is Poppins, and then I can select my font size until I am comfortable. Once I have done that, I can now add items still using my widgets. So for example, if I want to add now items for Mongo Central, I can pick this one and say Mongo Central. I can also edit it using my edit options and show that this here there will be data that belongs to Mongo Central that will sit here, and I can widen the margin here by giving this one 1000, and then yes, the data for Mongo Central is going to come and sit just below there. So let's assume my data is there. I'll come and put it down there. And then once I have done that, I can simply come here and say duplicate and drag this one to the bottom. And if I have multiple constituencies, I can rename this one to another constituency, for which if I'm working in Mongo is Nalikwanda. And then I can put the content for Nalikwanda down there with my text editor like that. So let's assume this is the page. I have put all the CDF information that I want to put, which I'll go into the categories in another video, but for now we're just creating a page and making it a menu item. Then I will click update. This means my page has been created, but this page can only be viewed by me in the backend. So now I need to put it somewhere in the front end where it can be seen. So I'll now exit to my dashboard, and then I'll go under appearances here and I'll go to menus there. So under menus, this is the layout of my menu. So in another video, we're going to speak about the indentation, where I have main items, sub items, and sub items. But then I want to add my CDF2 to the menu, the page that I've just created. So if I go up here, you will see that here under pages, most recent. The most recent page I have created is this one, CDF2. And if I pick it and I say add to menu, CDF2 is going to be added to my menu here. And if I say save menu, once my menu has been saved, I will come to the front end here and refresh. You will see that my CDF2 is now appearing here. It was not appearing earlier, but now it's appearing here. If I click on it, it will direct me to that page that I have just created. Now, I don't want this CDF2 to be at the end of my menu option. I probably want it to sit between mandate and services. How do I move it? Using the drag and drop effect, I can go to this one, click on it, and begin to drag it to the position that I want it to sit. So I said I wanted it to sit between mandate and services, and I drop it there, and I say save. Okay. Once it has saved, I go to my front end and refresh. You will see that my menu item is no longer at the end now. It has come here where I had placed it. So this is how you add a menu item in just under 10 minutes. I will be able to make another video where we can now discuss other elements of creating accordions. By accordions, I mean these kind of elements that allow us to group our data like this, such that when I click there, I have a set of data. When I click back here, I click here, I have a set of data. So there'll be another short video where we can look at how to create these accordions. For now, this is how you add a new menu item to your menu and how you move it and position it. Thanks for now, and we'll see you later.